Hey, it's Jane Fendelman. Hi, everybody. Today I want to talk to you about pussy power. Okay, so here's the thing, and it's really funny when Taylor said, okay, what do we, what's our working title for this video? And I was like, pussy power. And I'm like talking about what it's about, and she's like, oh, I'm like, the sacred, the menstrual period. And she goes, every woman's favorite time of the month. So that's the attitude we're talking about today. That's our kind of general attitude about the menstrual cycle. So I want you to start thinking of it in a brand new way. And also I want you to start thinking of your vagina, which, so we're going to be talking a little Sanskrit, a little Tantra, a little Kabbalah today. And in Sanskrit, the vagina is referred to as the yoni, which means sacred space. And I want you to start thinking of it as the portal to the divine. Every soul comes down through a woman's body. So it really is a sacred portal to the great mystery. Feminine is the great mystery. If you want to know more about that, you should go to my website store, janefendelman.com. You're going to look for the audio download called Women's Lib Sux, the Feminine Movement. I think we just renamed it, so now it's called Don't Chase Love, Inspire Desire. And I want you to understand how sacred this time is, how you are really, truly the gateway to the heavens, and how the feminine is the great mystery. That's why don't go on your first date and spill your entire guts. Less is more, ladies. So you don't have to share every damn thing about every ex-boyfriend in your whole entire life. Be a little reticent, a little quiet. Be the great mystery. The feminine's the ocean, deep and many, many fathoms and mysterious creatures down there. Okay, that's your yoni, that's your vagina. Okay, so we're going to talk about pussy power and the sacred time that is the menstrual period, and also how sacred your yoni is, your sacred space. That's why you don't just give it to any dumb old guy that comes along just because he's cute. I know, you get attracted to that bad boy, the bad boy, he's so sexy. So you're going to watch my video called Bad, 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 Bad Boys. Bad, 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 bad boys. They make you feel so good. Knew they would. Okay, so just watch that video. Bad, 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 bad boys. And you'll understand why your yoni, your vagina wants the bad boy. Why does your pussy salivate for the bad boy? You're going to see now, because what feminine needs to be ravished and ripped open to God. Okay, so back to your vagina. I want you to understand the sacred blood. So Native American, so we're talking Tantra, we're talking Kabbalah, and we're talking some Native American stuff too. There, in certain Native American cultures, they call women she who bleeds and does not die. It's miraculous that a woman bleeds without being cut. Men can't do that. And also it's miraculous that if you work or live long enough with other women, your menstrual periods sync up. It's called entrainment. It's no one's touching. It's just a vibe. It's an invisible vibe. You start connecting. It's also miraculous that the moon has a 28-day cycle and women have a 28-day cycle. Women are tied to the universe in a way that men are not. When the moon is full and the earth is stretched upwards 9 miles, you feel it. You feel the turn of the tides. You feel the rotation of the earth around the moon. You feel the entire universe because of your womb. And we call it the curse. The very thing that makes us woman and not man, we call it she's on the rag. It's the curse. It's Aunt Mabel. No, not Aunt Mabel. It's Aunt Flo. Aunt Flo, come to town. Aunt Flo, come to town. Okay? She's on the rag. It's all very demeaning and disrespectful. We even have a pill now for PMS. We have a diagnosis. We call it premenstrual dysphoric disorder. Your time of PMS, when you're really torqued up is the time when you stop letting men do stupid stuff in your life. All the stupid shit that you were letting roll off your back all month long, it just doesn't work when you're in that premenstrual time, that PMS time. It is a tiny glimpse of what it's like to have menopause, when you be really swinging the swords and chopping off the heads of all the idiot people in your life. Goodbye. All the stupid shit that you were tolerating as a younger woman, once you go through menopause, believe me, everything gets so much easier once you go through menopause. You'll have men come along, try to do stupid shit in your life, and you'll be like, okay, bye. There's the door. Fuck you again? Oh, no, thank you. Nope. No. No. Very easy, very simple. But when you're I better knock on wood. I'm knocking on something. I better knock on wood. So when you're a younger woman, you put up with a lot of stupid shit because of that urge, that strong desire to connect. So that's what this womb is, this whole round, inclusive thing. Okay? So one of the things I want you to start doing is I want you to start celebrating your menstrual period. I want you to start celebrating that time. This is a sacred time. I want you to light a candle. I want you to take work off your first day or two for your menstrual period. You know what women say to me when I say to do that? If I took off work for the first day or two, if all the women in my office took off work, there'd be no one running the company because all the women have come into entrainment. They've aligned. Their menstrual periods have synced up. That's so magical. Well, men should know what an important time this is, and you shouldn't be trying to work during this time. And you shouldn't be trying to cook. In fact, in Native American cultures, the women don't cook during their menstrual cycle because it's considered such a potent time for them in terms of intention. This is when you should be setting your intention during your menstrual period. That if she's cooking for her husband and she has one negative thought about him while she's making his food and he eats it, he could die. It's a big, big deal. In Kabbalah, in ancient Jewish mysticism, the men say a prayer every morning. The prayer is, thank you, God, for not making me a woman. And women think that's disrespectful, but it's not. It's a great, great compliment. A man says, thank you for not making me a woman because he likes to study all day long and he has to say like 50 prayers during the day to remind him to honor God, honor the universe, honor the Sabbath is completely about honoring the feminine way. And women don't have to. They don't have to study the Torah and they don't have to say these prayers all day long because in Kabbalah, women are considered born right up here, just under God. Because women know the divine way of mercy and compassion. Men are born down here, near dogs, and they have to work to get to this level that women function at normally without having to make the prayers all day. So men say that prayer because they like to pray and they like to worship God. So they say, thank you for not making me a woman, because woman doesn't have to practice all day long because she lives it because of her body. Because her body is a sacred vessel from which all the magic flows. In fact, in old culture, certain old cultures, women were required to wear dresses, only dresses, because it was thought that women could take energy up from the earth, send it through their body, cleanse their body, and return it back to the universe. So we're talking Tantra, Sanskrit. The yoni is the sacred space. The lingam, the penis. The word lingam in Sanskrit, this word means wand of light or sword of light. The whole purpose of the lingam is to bring light into the sacred space. We're talking Kabbalah. Women, honor your body. It is a sacred vehicle to carry your spirit around this earth. Celebrate your menstrual period. Light a candle, say a prayer. With this flow, I hereby release any old shit that you don't want from the last month. Any new thing you want to come into that space. Set your intention for what you want. It could be physical, mental, emotional, sexual, spiritual, financial, whatever you want. This is a powerful time. Your menstrual cycle. You're wasting it by calling it the curse. Oh my God, there's a pill that stops the period. They actually have an ad I saw. Made me so furious. The ad was one sentence, one line long. It said, "Don't let your period be a sentence." There's a pill you can take to stop your period. There's birth control pills which trick your body into thinking it's pregnant so that you don't make eggs and you don't have periods. The Native Americans call your eggs wisdom stones. It is with these wisdom stones that you birth your wishes, dreams, and desires. We don't want to stop all that. If you're sleeping with baby men that aren't grown up enough to suck it up, get their balls, and put on a condom, then they don't deserve to be in your pussy. Okay, so one last thing, power of the pussy. One of my favorite other teachers is Mama Gina, Regina Thomashower. She wrote this is a book. Well, she wrote a few of them, but one of my favorites is Mama Gina's Owners and Operators Guide to Men. Mama Gina's Owners and Operators Guide to Men. So Mama Gina's so brilliant and funny. I actually met her. I went to Mama Gina's School of Womanly Arts in Manhattan. She's fucking brilliant. I love her. She's so hilarious and practical, so you got to read her too. So she says a woman shouldn't do anything that doesn't make her pussy wet. So listen to your GPS. That's the great pussy in the sky, which she also calls the great Pusaya. And I'll tell you one last little story. Oh, and if you want her book, she loves it when I ask sister goddesses, that's what she calls you, call up the Pussy Palace in Manhattan and say, Sister Goddess Janie Licious, that's what she calls me. Sister Goddess Janie Licious in Phoenix told me I could call you at the Pussy Palace and get a copy of one of her books. Look up her books, but you're going to really like Mama Gina's Owners and Operators Guide to Men. And nothing would make my pussy wetter than if you would sign it for me too. My name is Tina, or my name is Sally. Nothing would make my pussy wetter than if you signed it for me. Okay, and one last story. I found Mama Gina's book at a time in my life when I was really sad. I had just broken up. I had just gone through a breakup. This is like 15 years ago, 16 years ago. And I was really beaten down, and just by life, by this breakup. I found Mama Gina's book. I got the book. I started reading it. I thought it was hilarious. One of her things she says to do is, whenever you think of it, bring your consciousness down into your pussy. So I did that. I was practicing it. But I was still very sad and depressed from this breakup. So I was doing errands one day, and I had to go up this high rise. And I remember parked in the downstairs garage, and I was beaten down. So I was not dressed up. My hair was not did. Nothing. I was wearing just shorts and an old t-shirt and sandals. That was it. No makeup, no nothing. And I'm standing outside this elevator in this downstairs parking lot, and I'm just standing there waiting for the elevator, and I'm feeling really down. And right when the elevator went ding, I remembered I should be practicing having my consciousness down in my pussy. So I immediately went down in there. And the doors opened. And there were these two adorable, like, computer geek guys. They were cute and young, and, you know, they had the pocket protector and everything, and not my normal type. And I'm not their normal type either. And so they're standing in the elevator, and the doors open, and they see me standing there. And my consciousness was down in my pussy. And they froze. You know, normal elevator etiquette is the people in come out and then you go in. Well, they froze in place, holding the doors open, both of them, holding the doors. So I walked into the elevator. I turned around, still thinking about my pussy. One of them said, "What floor?" And I said, 11, please. And he pushed 11. And then they both walked out of the elevator. And then they turned around and they stood there like statues, watching me until the doors closed. So, I need you to know how important your pussy power is. Everything in, around, and about your pussy including your womb and your ovaries and your everything, your uterus. It's all very, very, very important. And, you know, stay tuned, because somewhere coming up in the very near future, I'm going to be doing a video on the fire breath so you can have extended orgasms. It's very easy. Men can have them too. It's super simple to do. I'll just show you this breathing technique, and it's some muscle control, and you'll be able to do it in a simple, easy way. Okay, so don't forget the power of your menstrual cycle, your moon time, and don't forget the power of your pussy. Okay? Okay, guys, I'm always here for you. I love you very much. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Mwah!